people every single day, number one, they're just simply not saving enough.
Yeah.
We're seeing that that's rampant. And
Yeah.
saving isn't sexy, but it's something that by not doing, you are disrespecting your future self.
This is BetterWealth with Caleb Guilliams. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the BetterWealth Breakdown, where we break down ideas, concepts, and quotes from around the world to help you live a more intentional life. And today's episode, we're simply going to be talking about why you need to stop disrespecting yourself when it comes to making life decisions.
That's right. And this comes from actually Inglewood, Colorado, down south. And I was there earlier this week with Aaron, and I was at a coffee shop, and I overheard two people talking about money. So immediately my ears perk up, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And lo and behold, they were actually talking about saving money.
Wow.
Novel concept, right? And so I got excited, and I'm sitting here. I'm trying not to be a creeper, but I
working on the computer as you're like.
But I'm very curious as to what they're talking about. And they were going back and forth about how because of COVID and them not going outside and not going out to eat and not going to the clubs and, wherever, like they have been saving so much money. And they're like, yeah, I've been saving so much money. And yeah, I've been saving so much money. And then almost as soon as they were talking about saving, they switched to what they did with that savings.
Oh, no.
Which lo and behold was for each of them, they bought a new car.
Okay, well, I mean, let's not judge.
I'm judging. So I'm judging. Because, and here's why. The one person, she said, I saved so much money, and she like felt guilty about it. She said, I went out and I bought a new Jeep.
I don't understand that mindset. Like, I just don't understand. It's like I know the understanding of like the entrepreneur that's like saving money, and they're like, I just can't keep my money at 0%, so I'm going to go invest it. And I go, okay, it's okay to sit on some money, man. Like, especially you're running a business and all this stuff. I don't understand the idea of like saving so much money where you just need to burn it.
And that's exactly the mindset it was. And her next sentence was, and now I don't have any money, and she's busy working now to continue to fund this. And so in my head, it was like people every single day, number one, they're just simply not saving enough.
Yeah.
We're seeing that that's rampant. And saving isn't sexy, but it's something that by not doing, you are disrespecting your future self.
Yeah.
And I keep referencing this a lot, and I should just find it. There's a financial company out there that has realized people literally cannot see themselves at age 65.
Yeah.
They can't see themselves 30 years in the future. And so they've created software to age people, like take a photo of them and age them and be like, look, this is you 40 years from now.
Yeah.
You want to start making some decisions today to, better off that person. Right. Because if I had $1 for every time somebody said, I wish I would have done fill in the blank 30 years ago, I'd have a lot more dollars.
Yeah. And I think everyone likes to, go back and forth, argue about optimization, but the sad reality is a lot of people are not saving money, period. And it's interesting because the same reasons why we can be critical on the 401k is the same reasons why it can be a good thing.
Yeah.
Because if their money was somewhere that they couldn't control it, at least it would be there. And what Ted Benna's whole point when I interviewed him is like, just the fact that you have the money is a lot. I mean, for most people, like that's the only thing that they have. So that's a good point. What would be interesting is it's like that is why I'm such a huge fan of what we do at BetterWealth, because we're trying to be practical in the sense of like, no, we understand that seeing 20, 30 years down in the future may be difficult, but like you should make financial decisions to help you show up more powerfully today and in the future.
Yeah.
And it's not just a product. It's really a strategy. It's a philosophy. It's a way of thinking. But a lot of times the need to go spend something is usually because there's something missing in your heart, or there's you don't have anything that you're working towards. And that's where it's just like, okay, I got to go do something. And so I think the point of this podcast is simple. What decisions are you making with your time? What decisions are you making with your money? What decisions are you making with your skill set that you have that you're disrespecting your future self? And vice versa. What investments can you make with your time? What investments can you make with your money? What investments can you make with your skill set? That's a whole nother episode in itself. I see Cameron Harold here. Like his whole TED talk is how to raise your kids, and if they're good at speaking, help them be a better speaker. What can you do that you're already good at that can make you better, that can help you show up more powerfully today and in the future? Again, not rocket science, but it's like BetterWealth. It's all about intentional living. And so love it. Also, if you ever see Dan in a coffee shop, don't be spilling your heart out, because he'll be listening apparently.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say is I think, yes, there's a huge piece. Obviously, we're BetterWealth, but BetterWealth also is things: health, wealth, love, happiness, all those things. And we're diving in a lot into the health space right now too. And that too is like your diet. The stuff you do today is affecting your future self. Like exercising today is setting your future self up to not have bone loss, things like that. Your current lifestyle, however you currently live, is changing your future self. So it's like, again, just really be intentional in that thinking of what decisions across the board in your life today are affecting positively or negatively in your future self.
Yeah, I love it. All right, if you're listening to this on Apple, please scroll all the way down, hit the 5 stars. If you have, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we are getting close to the 1,000 subscriber mark. So thank you. And we're going to continue to do some pretty creative things on that channel. So make sure to subscribe and like and share. We appreciate you guys, and make sure, and how you think and how you're using your money and just how you think in general. Make sure that you're not disrespecting yourself now and your future self. Thank you so much for listening to the BetterWealth podcast. It would mean the world to me if you could hit subscribe, leave a review, and share this with the people that you know and love.